Tiernan, just a couple of hours to go until Big Irish Cup game away to Ballymena. How big a game is this for us?
Massive. But it's a game that we have to embrace and a game we have to enjoy. There's a good buzz around the place at the moment. Obviously, we were hugely disappointed after Tuesday night's very late equaliser. We were delighted with the performance and delighted with our dominance and how well we played. But the sucker punch at the end probably took the sweetness off it. And I think now what we need to do is we need to get back out on that pitch and put that right.
Yeah, do you hope it's a matter of taking sort of carrying on the performance from Coleraine and maybe even the last few games, kind of from Glentoran onwards, carrying that on and doing what we know we're capable of today?
Yeah, we don't shy away from it, and we were extremely poor against Crusaders. There was some very harsh words in changing room and afterwards, and from both players and staff, and all went with it. And we knew what we were doing up to that point just wasn't good enough. And we knew we had to start getting our fingers out in a sense and start working harder. And the one thing that has to be a gimme in this club is that once you pull that shirt over your head, that nothing less than 100% is anywhere near good enough. We can accept bad performances, we can accept people not playing well, but as I say, anything less than 100%, our fans deserve more.
And the Irish Cup, it's obviously a big competition, and it's one that we've done really well in since your time at the club. Something that we would obviously love to win and get back to the final of, but it's something that we've really embraced since you've been here, even sort of in the championship days.
Yeah, it's a very special competition, and getting the finals and being involved in winning teams. There's no better feeling. There's no better day in the calendar year. We'll not get too carried away with ourselves, though. Ballymena is going to be a really, really difficult game today. We're fully aware of that. We know these one-off games, this is where David's the master, getting his teams up for these. But we just have to take care of what we're good at. We know it's going to be a very different performance from Tuesday night, for example. We'll probably not get to play the free-flowing football that we would like to have played. But it gives us an opportunity to show the different side of us as a team, and we have to roll our sleeves up. We have to grind out a result, and ultimately, it's not necessarily about performance today. It's about making sure that we're in that hat come 10-5.
Yeah, and I was going to say it's a game that really concentrates the mind. Away to Ballymena, Derby rival, other Premiership sides, side who's strong at home, and all of those things. So we know we're going to have to work for it today if we're going to be in the draw for the semi-finals.
Yeah, and as we just spoke about, that has to be our gimme. Regardless of people's performances, I think if everyone on our team gives 100%, that we will always be okay. I think there's enough talent and ability in our team. We just have to make sure that we have the work ethic and the hunger and the desire and that life or death attitude that we're talking about. If we can bring that into our game, I think we'll definitely win more games than we'll ever lose.
The last time we went to Ballymena for an Irish Cup quarter-final 4 years ago, much changed circumstances and a much changed team, but did it feel in many ways that was maybe kind of the catalyst for what was going to come next? Did that kind of show maybe what we were capable of as a club, sort of off the pitch, and what we could go on to do maybe on the pitch as well?
I remember that night very, very fondly. It was a very special night. We went down 1-0. We were struggling a little bit. We weren't getting any football going, and at half time it was like someone sprinkled a little bit of magic dust over us, and we took over, and we had a phenomenal football performance that night, and we showed real grit, real hunger, real desire, real determination. And I thought we were magnificent the second half, and thankfully went on and won the game. And again, that's just that the people talk about how special the Irish Cup is, and nights like those and days like today are probably what makes what it is.
and media team on Friday have been kind of showing different photographs and memories from that night, especially, and the Irish Cup semi-final that we had against Ballymena as well. And we took a big crowd that night. I think maybe even more than was in the home end. How much has that kind of helped to drive yourself and the team on? What kind of difference can that make on occasions like today?
It's not just on occasions like today, though, Ian. It's every week, every game. Our fans are, and I say this week in, week out, are without doubt our 12th man. And when they get behind us and they sing and they drag us through games, they probably don't realise how much of an influence or how much of an impact they have on ourselves as a team and the players when they're on the pitch. And I think today, again, would have no cliche, but we need them now more than ever. And today's going to be an extremely tough game, as I said. We're not expecting an easy time up at Ballymena. The pitch is going to make it a little bit of a leveler. We have to blank all that out of our head and show another side to us, as I said. We have to roll our sleeves up. We have to fight. We have to grind. We have to win first ball, second ball. And I think our fans behind us and pulling us through this game will be massive for us.
Yeah, and maybe whenever you're either level or even behind or ahead, it does give you that extra 5-10%, just knowing that, sort of how much it means to the fans, and maybe that translating onto the pitch as well. It really sort of helps just to push you through in certain circumstances.
Yeah, when our fans are at it, they're at it. And they're noisy from minute 1 to minute 93. In fact, we went to Ballymena during the season in the County Antrim Shield game, a midweek game. I think we won 3-1 or 4-1 or something like that. And the fans were absolutely phenomenal. From literally they walked into the stadium till they walked back out. And the players talked about it at halftime. The players talked about it after the game. And as I say, it makes a massive, massive difference to the occasion and the performance.
And just finally, to use that cliche, we really are in the business end of the season, both in the league and in the cup now. Is there maybe sort of a different sense around the dressing room in terms of, just kind of how we approach games? Because, the margin for error, I suppose, gets smaller and smaller, and certainly in the cup, as you say, because it's all on the day.
The business end is actually the part of the season that you look forward to most. And not that the start of the season or the middle of the season aren't as important, because they most definitely are. They give you the platform for the business end of the season. We've been very unfortunate with a lot of results this year, in my opinion. And I'm not going to go over trying to lick our wounds or how hardly undone by we were, but I think we have to just take care of ourselves now at this stage. It's really important that we go out today, we have a performance, we play again on Tuesday night. As I said, I thought we were magnificent on Tuesday night against Coleraine, and we now have to keep building on this. We have to get better at this. We have to put in bigger numbers every week. And as I say, once we get those levels of performance, I have no doubt in my mind that we will, without doubt, win way more games than what we'll ever lose or ever draw.
Okay, Tiernan, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.